Hello, everybody. Welcome to this quarantine content numero trace number 3. Good to both see my fellow castmates and hope it is good for you guys to hear our voices or see our faces if you're watching on YouTube, which is an option. So I hope everyone is doing well. Let's go around the table first. My name is Reed. I'm the host of Sneak Attack, and I also do other stuff. But let's go around. We've got all around. Just say it all at once.
Dan.
Kelsey!
Josh. There it is. Josh, it sounded like you had auto-tune on your voice. It was awesome. So, as with every quarantine content, I'm going to open with a disclaimer. Obviously, things are a little different than they normally are for our weekly serialized episodes. We are recording remotely. We are in each other's independent houses, practicing social distancing, just generally good health habits and sanitation habits. And we hope that everyone else is doing the same. We hope you're all staying safe, staying healthy, that your families are staying safe and healthy. We know this is a difficult time, and hopefully this makes it a little more tolerable. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I want to start this quarantine content the same way I always do. How's everyone doing?
Good.
I'm personally I'm holding up in Danny's garage right now.
Mm.
It's got the best equipment.
Is that by necessity of the proper social distancing from Kelsey, or?
I just thought it'd be a cool place to hang out and survive.
You don't work out.
But he could.
I do now.
Yeah.
You haven't seen him for 3 weeks. He's cut.
My Instagram's about to change.
Josh, tilt your camera down. Do it. Show us. Oh boy.
Are you seeing that?
Oh,
baby.
look at that.
That's what the camera's seeing. You guys seeing it?
Oh,
Yep.
look
Oh,
at
man.
that.
It's real. It's real, guys. It's not a dream.
Oh my gosh. I didn't ask you to take your shirt off, but I appreciate you showing us. Last time we kind of broke quarantine content down into 2 sections, which I thought was a lot of fun. So we're going to try that this time as well. Only this quarantine content, we're going to do it a little bit differently. I have a series of would you rather questions that I think would be both entertaining, educational, and potentially humorous. So, for those of you who do not know, would you rather is you pick a selection of 2 or more extremely difficult, sometimes nonsensical questions where there is no right answer or best answer. They're all hypotheticals, but it's just to really learn more about the person and what things they value in their lives. So, to the room, and I will answer all of them as well. Let's start this one with Josh, though. Would you rather that the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic?
Robotic.
Robotic. Interesting.
Yes.
Why? I want to know why.
I feel like there's less immediate opposition. We'll be the organic ones and they'll be the robotic ones, rather than both of us trying to I'm the robotic one. We know that eventually all the space travel is going to be basically like a boy band. There's the preppy one and the excited one and the young one and the really, really cool one, and it's going to be like that. And so if we're all the fleshy, organic one, it's going to be really hard to kind of, I feel like, work together.
Danny, are you the fleshy one or the preppy one?
Danny's the fleshy one.
Fleshy. So fleshy.
Just fleshy. My favorite thing in that explanation, Josh, is you saying space travel is going to be like a boy band. I mean, that would be an episode title. But is seeing all of our reactions in sequence, just tilt our head to the side and be like, well, I'm going to need some follow up from that, because nothing you just said makes any sense right now.
Obviously, none of you guys have read Out from the Silent Planet by C.S. Lewis. Because that's basically what it's all about. It's a boy band.
Okay. I'm not sure how that falls into his theology, but I'm interested. You've got my attention now. Kelsey, would you rather that aliens who make first contact be robotic or organic?
I'm gonna say organic. I feel like if they're robotic, they're definitely going to be superior to us. Whereas if they're organic, there is a chance of flaws.
Ooh, I like it.
Do you guys remember what Back to the Future thought of 2015?
Listen, if we're going to talk about all the ways that the future was not perfectly realized, we didn't have a space odyssey in 2001. In 2019, there was no Blade Runner type future. And there were no laser guns or flying cars in the year 2000 like Looney Tunes thought there would be.
Listen,
But
we already have flying cars. They're called helicopters, and they're insanely expensive and impractical.
I think by definition, a car is something that a consumer can buy.
I feel like since you moved into Danny's garage, you've lost your mind.
Yeah, you're all of that muscle you're building is just replacing like your brain cells. It's like going from the top down.
Just pumping that iron.
Yeah.
Just 24/7.
Danny's like, hey, can I get in on this? And you're like, no, 2 more reps, bro. You're like, I'll just come back later.
2 more, and then I just do like 5 more because I'm having trouble counting.
Great. Okay, next question. Would you rather be in jail for a year or lose a year of your life?
What do you mean by lose a year of your life?
Say you were gonna live to be 100, you would now live to be 99.
Okay, so it's not like a year would go by and I wouldn't know what happened.
Right. It's not some you were in a coma for a year. You literally die a year earlier.
Oh, I'll take that.
You die a year earlier?
Yep.
Okay. That's interesting. Josh?
All the way, baby.
What'd you say?
Prison all the way.
Prison all the way.
He just wants more time to get swole.
That's exactly right. It's Dan's garage, prison, or bust.
Kelsey, you seem to have a dissenting opinion.
Sorry, Kels.
What is wrong with you?
You and the baby
First of all-
are out of the picture, Kels.
First of all, I feel like in prison, I could really easily slot into the whole like reverend position. Like I would be the pastoral guy in the prison. You know, like.
Is that a stereotype?
Yeah, the prison guy.
Yeah, we've got the gangs. We've got
Josh
the
knows,
Stereotype? Is that what you're saying?
Josh knows a lot about prisons.
Listen,
we've got
I'm
3 clearly
Orange is the New
defined
Black.
gangs.
Real prison.
We've got
Josh's
3
first
clearly
day in
defined
prison
gangs, and
is-
Josh is going to be the
Everyone's gonna
spiritual
call me Rev.
guide for all of them.
Everyone's gonna call me Rev, and I won't. None of the gangs will hate me, and all of them will. I'll be like the guy that can go be a peacemaker between gangs in the prison. You know,
'Cause that's what they want.
Be able to write a fantastic book.
That's all they're
afterward.
missing right now is a mediator.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
To answer your question, I would 100% lose a year of my life.
Okay. See, I despite the fact that Josh is talking nonsense, I would spend a year in jail because I think so long as I'm not in for like a serious like murder charge and there's a chance I could be murdered while in jail. If it's just like minimum security, I'll just like get cut. I'll read a lot of books, continue my education, and I mean, like, what else am I gonna do?
But then you
So,
got
I
that
mean-
record, dog.
Oh, it's fine.
He's in a field where they don't care what your record is if you can just do the job that they need you to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, man.
I'm just picturing Josh's first day in the yard being like, guys, I'm the Reverend.
He makes like a fake little collar out of toilet paper. He walks around. He's like, "Hey guys, just call me Rev," and then he gets shanked.
By
Wow.
everybody.
Wow, guys.
just instantly shanked.
It'd be a great opportunity to finally get some tattoos too.
I think you can do that without
Do you not
going
have
to prison.
Yeah, do you not have other options to get tattoos? Like,
Is that a new like T-shirt? Like live every day like you're in prison.
no, live every day like you have other tattoo options, Josh. You don't have to use a heroin needle in order to get inked, bro. Gosh. Okay. So moving on because that question was totally off the rails, and I think I know what everyone's answer is going to be. But would you rather always be 5 minutes late or 30 minutes early, Kelsey?
I think 5 minutes late.
Oh, I don't know what the answer is going to be.
Wait.
I am surprised, Danny.
Look, I
sorry,
just have to explain. I am someone who hates being late, and I hate when other people are late. So if I always had to be 30 minutes early, I think I would always be mad at people.
Hmm.
So this is to preserve my sanity and my relationships. I will become a late person.
Wow. Okay. I see the logic behind the decision. I'm still surprised by it, though. Dan?
30 minutes early.
Yeah.
I despise being late, even if it's like a minute, or if I'm driving someplace and I know I'm going to be either right on time or a minute late. I have so much anxiety because I'm
Yes.
like, I shouldn't be
Yes.
late.
Yep. I start like
Yes.
drifting around corners, like
Yeah.
e-brake pull. Yeah, like that's how you do it. Yep.
Yep.
Josh?
Yep.
Then Dan, are you also the guy that like you get there super early and are waiting for everybody and everybody's late and they all show up and you're like, I haven't been here that long, guys.
I go to meet people for coffee, and then I'm through a cup by the time they get there, and they're like, "Oh, I wanted to buy you coffee," and I'm like, "Oh, it's fine."
Buy me this next one, dog, because I'm an addict.
30 minutes early. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Same for me, 30 minutes early. Question number 4. This is one I'm very curious about, too. Would you rather your shirts always be 2 sizes too big or 1 size too small?
2 sizes too big, hands down, no question.
For that, yes.
One more time, Josh. You were cutting out a little bit.
I will go. Here's my stipulation. Yes, for the 2 sizes too big, unless I've had that year in prison yet. And in which case,
And then it fits me
then
because I'm
1 size too small. Yes.
Okay. Dan?
I just somehow I want a way to experience Josh in prison.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I mean, I would watch that documentary.
I would too.
Anybody? I'm not gonna do a documentary in prison. Listen, I'm gonna do
But
my
why
best.
not?
I'm gonna do my best to be like a law-abiding citizen.
And I agree. Two sizes too big all day, every day. Dan, what about you?
I hate both so much.
I know. That's why it's a good question, Dan.
This is terrible. It's a terrible
Hire a
question
tailor.
because there's
Get the big
no.
ones and hire a tailor.
Yeah, if I could get the big ones and then trim them down to size, I'd do that.
Think of all the money you would spend on what is that?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Sewing and tailoring costs. Oh my gosh, Dan, I feel like
Getting it fitted is what it
because
would
you're
be called.
yeah, thank you. Because you're getting so jacked, Dan. I feel like you would want to go 1 size small just to show off.
No, I hate. Because for me, a small shirt like hugs me in my armpits, which I hate, and then it doesn't. There's midriff, and that's
Right.
That's not good either.
The only time the shirt meets the waistline of your pants is when you're not moving at all, and as soon as you move even a little, it's like way up high.
Right. Nope.
Yeah, you look like a mid-90s lineman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, question 5. Would you rather live without the internet or live without AC and heating?
Oh.
Yeah. Not a great option.
AC and heating, hands down.
Kels?
I'm with Danny, AC or heating.
Okay, I have a question. Does in the world that I live without one of these things, do those things still exist in the world?
I'm going to say yes, but every time you walk into a restaurant, every time you go into an office building, it fails. The AC and the heating fails.
Going no
Or
internet.
internet.
then. Yeah, so long as the internet still exists, I prefer to live with AC and heating and no internet versus internet but in a really swampy house.
So you can't watch Netflix. You can't watch Hulu anywhere. It just doesn't exist.
It's just like
Can-
library internet.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
write and I'm
no.
gonna read, and it's gonna
No.
be fantastic. I'll play video games. It'll be great.
I mean, the video games is only good up until a point because everything is going to go digital in a few years. So, you have fun playing Skyrim for the 5,000th hour.
There's always Minecraft, man.
That's true. I would do AC and heating. I just get a box fan, man. You know what I mean? Just like I and layer up blankets and box fans. That's the name of my first rap album. Would you rather be the first to explore space or the first to explore the Earth? And again, so think of it like you couldn't do both in the same period of time. You would either have to be the first to explore space or way back in the day, you'd be like Magellan. Josh?
Yes.
There's something wrong with your mic. It only catches up after like a second or two of you talking.
Space?
Yeah, that works. Kelsey, what would you pick?
I am terrified of space, so I would pick the Earth.
Really? So like you would rather like live in the 1300s type of thing and be like, cool guys, I'm going to get on this boat and sail towards a destination unknown.
Yep, absolutely terrified of space. Space movies stress me out so much.
Really? That is very surprising because
Unless it's like fantasy space, like Star Wars and Volume
Sure.
2, like I can do that because it's like dissociative, but like gravity, hated that movie
Yeah.
for a lot of reasons. Ad Astra, never gonna watch it. What was that one
That's
movie?
just a bad movie, though. Don't watch Ad Astra. I'm kind of terrified of open water. Like,
Mm-hmm.
That's way worse than space in my mind.
I feel like it is. I can't see it. You know what I mean? I look down. I have no idea how deep it is. I have no idea what's down there. And like Josh and I went in a boat once, and not like a big boat, like
you're
a tiny
literally
boat.
describing space, Reed.
No, you can see out in space. There's
You
light.
don't know how far it goes.
No, well, it goes infinitively. I mean, like
You can't breathe in water, okay?
You can't breathe in
Can't
space
breathe.
either. dog.
like no one tell him. No one tell him. Let him connect his dot on his own.
Let him finish.
Okay, last question, and then we'll transition into the commentary section. This is a biggie, probably the most challenging one. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Not challenging. Not challenging. Star Wars.
Dan?
That's a toughie.
Oh, Star Wars. Easy.
What do you got, Josh?
I gotta go Star Trek. Especially over time, I've just grown more in love with Star Trek, and over time, I've had to really struggle to stay as in love as I have been with Star Wars.
Yeah. No, in terms of official canon for each franchise, Star Wars has way more negatives about it than it does positives. Way more negatives.
Yeah.
But I like Star Trek because it's more philosophical and it's more like a different version of the future, and it's one that's very idealistic, but still poses interesting human questions. You know, Star Wars is just it's like a Greek play. There's a hero, there's some impossible task to overcome, and they usually overcome it. And so I like that aspect of it too, in that it's very relatable, very like, oh, like I'm energized, like I see myself in Rey, I see myself in Luke. I want to be able to fight the bad guys like they do. Where in Star Trek, it's like, well, you know, what is better, killing a family of 5 or a planet? You know what I mean? Like, can you ever sacrifice one for many or many for one? And so I like that they both have their things, but Star Wars has been so trash for so long that it's almost irredeemable at this point. That was more of just a silly question because I wanted to start and end on kind of a sci-fi kick. Volume 2 related and all. So, hope you enjoyed Would You Rather. That was a good time.
That was fun.
This would be.
I learned that my husband is crazy.
Well, he wants to get heroin needle tattoos in prison.
You're learning this now?
Yeah.
Like a new kind of crazy.
Hey, onions have layers, man. We're peeling them back.
Sometimes they make you cry.